And now with this week's health report, here's updates. Joe Polinsky. So Joe, you're going to tell us about some tips how to make every meal a healthy one?
Yes, I do. Thanks, Sydney. Bacon, cheesecake, and other fattening foods may be addictive. A new study finds that high-fat, high-calorie foods affect the brain much in the same way as cocaine and heroin. To avoid having problems, experts recommend reading food labels, practicing meditation exercises, and making it a habit to have a good meal. A quarter ounce of chocolate a day may lower your risk of experiencing a heart attack or stroke. Researchers say eating sweets can lower one's blood pressure. Although they are high in calories, experts believe natural compounds known as flavonoids are responsible for several cardiovascular benefits. It is a problem facing Americans today, the idea of getting enough exercise. Experts recommend remaining active and sticking to existing public health guidelines. They recommend the average adult to get a weekly minimum of 2.5 hours of moderate physical activity. According to a recent study, acupuncture may help people who lose their sense of smell after a viral infection. Researchers say the practice may be a new treatment option for patients with post-viral olfactory dysfunction. Current treatments include vitamin B supplements and topical steroids. And guys, in addition to these new treatments, many new patients are finding complementary and alternative medicines as well.
It's great to see that they're having so many different options.
Very much.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay.
Center City is a gathering place for many special Philadelphia events, but Update's Josh Filomeno was at an event that wasn't exactly what you're used to seeing in the city of brotherly love.
Typical event in Center City, but once a year adults get a chance to relive their childhood with a good old-fashioned pillow fight. More than 100 residents of all ages showed up armed with pillows in hand for World Pillow Fight Day. The event was held at Washington Square Park at 6th and Locust Streets in Center City, Philadelphia.
So often we walk by these parks and never use them, and we want to create an environment where they're more accessible and people use them for fun.
Participants say they didn't have any strategies going into the fight and felt like they came well prepared.
Just years as a child of pillow fighting with my siblings, I think have really helped me in this pillow fight.
It's like a pillow fight when you were a child.
Grab the pillow and head to the park.
Swing it. As long as you don't fall down, you're good.
The main theme of the afternoon was to have a good time, and many people did just that.
Definitely. It was so much fun. We're just attacking each other out there. It was just a ball.
Oh, yeah. I was on my friend's shoulders earlier and we were running around. Yeah, it was awesome.
I definitely made a couple people shorter, so.
Philadelphia is taking part in an event not just held across the nation, but in countries all over the world. Probably the most important part of the day was the moment of silence held before the start of the fight.
We were a little nervous because of all the other violent mobs that have been breaking out across Philadelphia, that people would be afraid to come out to ours. But we tried to make a point before we started by having a 5-minute moment of silence to kind of make the point that we're peaceful.
And in the end, only a few were left standing, including this kid with a foam stick thing. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Josh Filomeno.
And now with this week's technology report is Candace Bynum. Now Candace, I hear that Google has found a cyber threat in another country?
Yeah, thanks Danielle. Google has uncovered a cyber threat targeting users in Vietnam. Thousands of users that downloaded a certain Vietnamese keyboard language found it could be infected with malware. It was discovered spying on users and deleting blogs directed towards Vietnamese politics. Google is urging users to conduct routine anti-spyware scans to prevent these hackers from being too destructive. The new Apple iPad has lived up to its expectations. It's reached sales of over 600,000 in its first week alone. The touchscreen tablet has consumers running to stores despite some negative predictions of how it might be received. Although these iPads lack the more popular 3G connection, representatives say updated versions will be available later this month. Google may be in trouble with Apple. Apple filed a lawsuit earlier last month accusing Google of stealing 20 patents for their new HTC phone. One of the patents challenged includes the popular pinch-to-screen feature, which was originally created by Apple. It is speculated the real reason behind the lawsuit is because of the HTC's success in sales. The court date has not yet been announced. The Masters is professional golf's biggest tournament where the winner slips into the famous green jacket. But this year's tournament will have a new first. It will be the first major sporting event broadcasted in 3D. Comcast has partnered with Augusta National to offer 2 hours of 3D coverage per day. Viewers must have a 3D-capable television or computer screen and must wear 3D glasses. Regular coverage of the event can still be seen on CBS. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen sports in 3D. I'm really anxious to see this.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks, Candace. The weather is finally warm and everyone wants to be outside.
Updates Isabel Garcia has this week's The List on the top 5 outdoor festivals in Philadelphia.
Flowers bloom when the weather gets warmer. Philadelphia residents are spending more time outside. And what better way to spend that time than at a spring festival? Here's the list of the top spring festivals in Philadelphia. Coming in at number 5 is the West Oak Lane Jazz Festival. Along with crafts and other family-friendly activities, participants can enjoy 3 days of nonstop music. For those of you who like to indulge in a nice glass of wine, the Brandywine River Blues Festival is the place for you. Number 3 on the list is the Toronto Cheese 9th Street Italian Market Festival, offering everything from authentic Italian meats to famous mango roses. The Rittenhouse Rose Spring Festival draws in more than 50,000 people to this annual event, where they can check out the summer's hottest fashion and enjoy some of the city's best local dishes. And the number 1 spring festival in the city of brotherly love is the Cherry Blossom Festival. People can spend the day strolling down Kelly Drive while enjoying over 1,000 blooming cherry trees and Japanese crafts and foods. This has been The List. I'm Isabel Garcia.
Coming up on Temple Update, in sports, the baseball team takes on an A-10 opponent, and there's a new way to spend your Sunday nights on campus when Temple Update continues.